Listen, I'm so excited about my guest who is here with me. Just in case you didn't know, Mr. Willie Moore Jr. is on my TV show. Flat Out. Keeps it 100. He reaches about 1.3 million listeners every week as he is broadcasting with his radio show, nationally syndicated. He's on Juice TV network to 116 million homes across the world. Wow. Listen, he's just an impactful and powerful individual. He's been on Radio 1. He's been on BET. But today he's right here on TCT. Wow. Different location, but have no fear. Mr. Willie Moore Jr. is here. Welcome to Detroit. Matter of fact, welcome back.
Man, I'm glad to be here in the D, and you cleaner than the Board of Health.
Man.
Let's just be clear. If I would have known this how we was doing it, I would have worn my little suit coat. I just want to tell you.
Man, please, you got it, man.
Praise
you
God.
From the feet up, man.
God has been being amazing, and no, but you look great, man. Good to see you doing this, man.
Likewise, man. This is kind of a reunion here, you know.
Yeah.
We sat on the panel, and I believe it's 2014 Time Joining Family Reunion.
Yeah, I didn't even have a radio show then.
Yeah, you didn't.
That was the day I met Tom, and I was like, Tom, man, I got this little weekend radio show. Right. He was like, you trying to take my job? I was like, no, of course not. Your Time Joiner. And like, you know, who knew God would have these things put together? And I was so impressed by you because you were like so intelligent and just the way you spoke. I was like, man, this dude good. I need to get an autograph early, so I'll get it today.
Man, and I'm gonna do the same because I was well overdue. And you know for keeping it 100 flat out.
Yeah.
Really, tell us what is the genesis of the Willie Moore Jr. movement? How did it all begin?
You know what? Honestly, it's just God's movement. He just so happened to allow me to be a part of it, man. And you know, I'm not doing the church thing, like glory to God, false humility. I always tell people, man, like I come from nothing. Like, and when I say come from nothing, meaning like not that I didn't have anything, but in sense of nobody in my neighborhood was doing what I was doing. Like literally, I had a life of hip hop and R&B that I was living, but I wanted to know what the other side of faith was. Like I'm like, God, if you say I'm more than a conqueror, shouldn't I be conquering? And like, what if I could show the world that through Christ, through his biblical teachings, without a whole lot of fanfare, making me the star? What if I just made God the star and let's just see what he do? Like you only live once. And I just watched the Lord breathe on YouTube, breathe on our little weekend show, breathe on our speaking engagements, breathe on our television stuff that we're doing. And it's just been amazing. And it's totally him. Because I'm totally not qualified. But I thank God he qualifies the call.
Absolutely. He doesn't
good.
call qualified people, he qualifies those he calls. And you just said that. And, you know, you spoke today right here at Fellowship Chapel for the Man Up Summit. Such an incredible, powerful message. What was it that you wanted to convey to the people, the men and the women, the boys and the girls who were here?
You know, literally just switching their appetites and then not living in mediocrity. Like I had this long script of what I wanted to do, these 3 points, but we had so many amazing orators during the panel. I was like, let's just really talk to people, find out what they're really going through, and maybe God will grant us some wisdom on how we should handle those practical situations. And literally people left, and we just kept the ministry going, even at the table. Like God was giving people words on what they were supposed to do, and it's just in a cool way. Like people know, like God, but literally they just want to know, like, how does God's word be applicable to my right now situation? And I think that's kind of my primary gift. Yeah.
And I think you do that in just an incredible way. You're known as America's young pastor.
Young
America's pastor.
Yeah, it's
you
fun.
know, you have this pulse on the millennial generation. You know what they're crying out for, how to connect with them. What can churches do to retain our young people? How do we communicate a message to them to ingratiate them rather than push them away?
You know what? I don't think that there's a strategy. I think churches have to remember how they were before they got in church.
Okay.
Everybody's flying high. Like you know, when you out, you're doing your thing and you're flying high, like you're just wanting to fly. It's just now you get a chance to see it on social media, how high they were flying. When mom and dad was coming out, they was in the club, they was doing Lord knows what, but it wasn't a selfie stick back then.
Right.
So now that you see it, it's like, oh my God, and you're in a rush for something that only God can mature. And so what I'm challenging churches to do is, listen, everybody flying high, but once they land, just have something solid that they can land on. And so that's literally what we're doing. We're like, man, go fly as high as you want because we need those testimonies in the kingdom. I know you coming because I came. And so I'm not like forcing or changing things. Well, I have to be this way for this person. I'm like, no, I'm just going to be solid enough. I'm going to walk in integrity. I'm going to keep it 100. And by the time you land, we're going to be strong enough to handle your landing so you don't crash.
That's good. That's good. The methods may change, but the message remains the same.
Like, no need to get afraid. Like, God literally there's a place in everybody's heart that only God can really. It's like a puzzle piece. That's His piece.
Yeah.
You know, keep going without peace long enough, you'll be there.
You will be there. You're definitely right about that.
You'll be there.
Listen, you wear a number of titles. You got a number of titles, just like you got a lot of different hats that you wear outside of the dope one that you wear
hey,
now.
Man, shout out to Dr. Look, watch Pride. Man, look, shout out to my style. No, I'm just joking. It's all good.
Absolutely. But now we can add to your title, to all the hats you wear, we can add author to your title.
Yes, author.
Congratulations, bro.
Man, thank you, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Listen, I literally seen you. I remember seeing you on that panel and you had books, and I was like, are we writing books now? Like, we can write books.
Right.
So literally, like, I will say that you planted the seed then.
Wow.
And I was like, man, this brother writing books. Maybe there's a book. I'm like, well, what would I write about? And then the Lord said relationships.
Yeah.
I was like, we argued last night, Pops. I can't do a relationship book. We was just arguing before we got on stage.
Right.
And so the Lord said, that's what they need. That's what they need to hear. They need to know that marriage isn't a cakewalk. Marriage is tough, and you have to go through your go-through, but on the other side of it's been victorious. And so our main mission for this is to say, listen, if we can help young couples get their relationship right, we can put more children in homes. Because adoption and foster care is our pure mission. We believe adoption is an option. So we put a lot of real stories in here, everything from infidelity, how we got over there, finances, being pushed into the basement of my mother-in-law's home without a dime to our name, to staying focused on the calling, to the Lord allowing us to make $250,000 out of my mother-in-law's basement, moving to Atlanta, right? Wow. And literally we talk about communication and just how we got on one accord, and we talk about the power of agreement. And if you're in a blended family, we're in a blended family that's working. Like, my wife did the makeup to the mother for her at her wedding. Like, literally, I'm showing people how you can stand in the gap like Jesus as a man and get two people on one accord. So it's an amazing book, and people have been blessed. Thousands of people have been blessed by it.
Wow. Yeah, so, and not just author, best-selling author.
Yeah, man, we sold a lot of these.
Absolutely.
I was like, oh my God, it's like God is just breathing on stuff, and it's all Him. Like, I don't have this big marketing plan. I don't have the PR person and all that. It's just literally, we use the little that we have until God gives us a new opportunity.
Yeah. And I mean, you just have an incredible story, from your story of being adopted to now adopting a generation of young people, you know, who are just mesmerized by the miracles, but also the empowerment that you bring on a daily basis, literally. You know, what's next on the horizon for Willie?
You know
what's coming up?
I just see my wife as such an amazing woman, and I seen her play the background for so many years, sitting in the back like, when is it my turn? When is it my turn? And so literally, this is my first attempt of putting her where I see God we would have her. Like, it's a nation of women who need to know their position and their role, and how not to just sit in the back and just say, well, I'm just going to support him. Like, no, you got dreams and goals too. And so literally 2018, I'm pushing my efforts towards my family. I'm producing a new television show and premiering on a few television shows, but really pushing this TV production brand and this movie brand. I've been spending a lot of time in Los Angeles meeting some amazing people. And so just on the orator end, like, I'll be speaking, but my wife will be speaking too. We're going on tour. And just loving my wife, man, loving my family, and being a testimony that God can do it by Himself.
Absolutely. I know you got to take a flight, but you helping us to sort at that. But before we go, can we just play a little word association game?
Let's do it.
I give you a word, and you tell me what it means to you. Nothing more, nothing less. Flat out.
Flat out. Period. The end.
There it is. Ministry.
Servant.
Music.
Tool.
Millennials.
Kings and queens.
Marriage.
Forever.
That's good. I love that. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we're out of time, but we're not out of truth. Willie Moore Jr. has been our guest, but please tell us where we can get the new book, Happily After All.
Listen, log on to williemoorejr.org. williemoorejr.org. Make sure that you pick up the book. Make sure you check our schedule. My wife and I were going on tour next year. It's going to be so fun. A lot of amazing comedians, a lot of musicians, and just a lot of love and bickering, because sometimes I'll be rushing her out the house. She ain't got her makeup right. I'm like, come on, you don't talk to me like that. And we just hit the stage with it.
I love it.
And we just walk out like, she's mad at me right now. I can't stand it. And it's just so fun to just be who we are. Like, we don't have those perfect restraints. We understand perfect people don't go to heaven. Forgiving people do. Absolutely. And we've been forgiven, man.
My brother from another mother, Mr. Willie Moore Jr., thank you for keeping it 100 for us, telling the flat-out truth
to
our viewers, as well as my great guest right here on Michigan Alive on TCT. TCT family, don't touch that dial. Stick and stay. More is coming your way with yours truly, Dr. Eddie Conner.
Come on, Doc.